Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's the Erie Better Beer Bureau back at you with another review. I'm Dave.
Pat. And Maury. Today we got the new backstage release from Founders. This is Sweet Repute, and it's a Wheatwine aged in maple syrup bourbon barrels. Weighs in at 12.6% alcohol. And I'm anxious to try this one. Dave and I recently drank the 2009 Nemesis, which is also a barrel-aged wheat wine. And so...
Maple syrup bourbon barrel.
Yeah. Yes.
Wine, so.
Specifically. So they're going to be real similar, I would imagine. So let's find out.
Wow, there's no shortage of vanilla or bourbon on the aroma.
A lot of vanilla.
Yeah, a lot of vanilla. Kind of a bourbon, and I am getting a hint of maple on the nose here.
Yeah.
There's a huge sweetness. I mean, it smells sweet.
I'm getting butterscotch underneath, too. Butterscotch is definitely jumping out at me.
Bourbon, vanilla, butterscotch, caramel.
Hint of booze.
Yeah, but not a ton.
No.
You know, what is it,
12.6? Yeah, so it's getting up there.
Man,
I think it smells real
delicious.
interesting. Man.
Very candy-like.
Yeah.
Like a candy brandy or something almost.
Yeah.
You know?
Cheers, guys.
Oh, wow. I don't think I've drank a beer with as solid a maple flavor on the back end as this one.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting maple, and I'm getting the buttery candied flavors carrying over, too. Hint of caramel, butterscotch, a little bit of toffee.
Yeah, I think it follows the nose. It's a little sweeter than the nose, actually. I find it's like borderline cloying. It's not there, but it's borderline cloying. But yeah, I get the same profile as the nose. Bourbon, vanilla, butterscotch, caramel. You know, it's real reminiscent of Doom.
It does have some similarities.
I mean, it's not as hoppy.
Yeah, certainly.
Definitely the hops. But I feel like if you threw a bunch of hops in there, you'd have Doom.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of a different, like, Doom was like huge, like that butterscotch. Like, I'm getting those same characteristics in this one, but I feel like there are some subtle differences, but I definitely see the similarities.
I'm getting some more maple now that I'm settling into a few sips.
And for me, it is sweet, but it stops well short of cloying for me.
It's not like creme brulee sweet.
No. Creme brulee is over cloying.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a 3.75 on this one. It's good, but I find that Founders is getting a little one-dimensional in their backstage series. I just think between this, Doom, Bolt Cutter, I don't know, there's subtle differences, but they're starting to get a little same for me personally. It's a great beer, and 3.75, I mean, it's well above average. I wouldn't consider this an average beer. It's definitely above average. But I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but I need something more out of this beer. I really like the maple syrup and bourbon flavor combination, but it's leaving me wanting more. So I'm going 3.75 on this one.
All right. To me, this beer still tastes kind of thick. I know Jay especially may not agree with me. But as it's warming, as it's warming, it is starting to thin out a little bit for me on the mouthfeel as it's getting warmer. That being said, it really coats the mouth, and that's something you don't always get with beer. I love the amount of maple in this. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a maple fiend. Okay. There's no beer really that I've had advertised as a maple beer that has had as much actual maple flavor as this beer has had. On that alone, I have to like this beer. Other than that, it's decently above average. It's got some good butterscotch, some good caramel notes. You know, it's very enjoyable. So I'm going to agree with Dave. I'm going to give it a 3.75.
All right, I'm going to go up a couple notches. I'm going to give it a 4.25. I love it. And I specifically love the combination of the buttery aroma and flavor with that little bit of maple sweetness. And it's, you know, smells to me like buttered pancakes. And I'm loving it, man. So I'm going to give it a 4.25.
Boozy buttered pancake.
Yeah. with a little bourbon in it.
Yeah, a little bourbon on there, yeah.
So until next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.